Hello everybody, my name is Barry John and welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank 2. I have two people on the help desk with me today and I will let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Leylight, Doctor of Lasers.
Hi, I'm Speedball, undergraduate of steel beams.
So for people listening at home, I had to get a new headset because the previous one kind of fell and had one of the earpieces fall off, so I'm assuming things are going to go horribly wrong at some point today. But I just wanted to point out that...
it's battle damage.
That too. I was going to point out that Ratchet's boots have changed over time as I've gotten new upgrades. And you can see the little thrusters on the bottom for when you have the... when you've triggered the rocket jump, or the rocket boots.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got places to be.
Yeah. But we're coming up on the home stretch of, wrapping up and cleaning up things, so I figure I might as well move on to the next section, which will be the Flying Lab Aranos.
Ooh.
So Speedball, you're up. What am I going to be needing to grab here?
Alright, at the Flying Lab of Aranos, there are... Hold on here. That's... Flying Lab of Aranos. There is a platinum bolt. And there is, what? And the skill points, lab.
Hold on, I see a little...
Oh, there's a gray spot in the map.
Yeah, hold on.
Eliminate.
Yep, give me a second here. I'm just gonna... Looks like I can access it in the corner?
That might be high up, maybe.
Alright, it doesn't say that there's any skill points in the Flying Lab.
I don't think...
Maybe if you get to that, generator at the end of this path, maybe you can, sneak out the window or something.
Maybe. Where does the platinum bolt say, if there is one here?
Okay. A platinum bolt can be obtained just below the ship's landing pad. A small pad is located near the bottom of the ship, directly below the landing pad, and can be reached by gliding down to it.
Oh,
It's one of those peek over the edge,
After grabbing the bolt, you
deals.
return to your ship by using the levitator.
Okay, hold on. There we go.
Yep, just gotta peek at things. Good spot for it.
And that doesn't really fill in the gap there. Yeah, that just looks like a map overlap there with that section, so I'm not going to particularly worry about it. But no skill points, just one bolt. That was a very quick side trip back to this prison.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we did the extra piece of grabbing this thing that you buy from the plumber.
Yeah.
Alright, now we are going back to the first time I had to do some real off-screen grinding, spending an hour and a half getting through that one section.
I guess if there's a place to hide any platinum bolts in this place, it's going to be in the first half rather than when you get to the big arena for the giant robot fight, the fortress area.
Because
I think you've already done a pretty good job scouring that.
Alright, what planet is this?
oh,
Snivelac.
Snivelac.
the Thugs for Less HQ. Now, I know about... Hold on, let me... Weapons... Where's my sniper rifle? I know that there's...
Alright, you sure? You already got the one in Gorn?
that's the flying section. I'm not gonna bother with that one.
Alright. Snivlack, a platinum bolt can be found near the large bridge with the armor and weapon vendors.
Okay, I know where that one is, but give me a second here. Gadgets. Here. Oh, right, that's the health.
Oh yeah, still gotta get that too.
Yeah, there's
Maybe you can glide to that from somewhere higher?
possibly. Let me try. No. To be fair, I don't think I'm going to get the skill point for having maximum health.
The skill point for this level is shooting down 14 ships.
Oh, well, in that...
14?
Well, considering, you know, I have...
Alright. Oh, those are much more fragile than I expected, but fair enough.
And...
Okay, if they're coming in that fast, then... Still, though, you'd think 10 would be a much more natural number.
Perhaps, but I mean, it's like previous times I've done this in other games. It's, you know, because everything is flying on a cycle, might as well just find a point and wait for them to run into your guns.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's only a few scripted loops they've got, so I guess a lot of traffic goes through here. And given the way that that boss fight works, I think they might even just be spawning an infinite number of these ships.
Mm-hmm. Was anybody counting?
No.
I wasn't.
Uh-oh. Never mind.
Game was counting.
Yeah. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Can I get back? I just realized that the teleporter to the, to the bridge section is back over here, so, you know, I'm just...
Yeah, I mean, there might have been a higher spot somewhere in the middle of that whole platformery segment over there, but, I guess you can check that from the other angle rather than going forward through it.
Mm-hmm.
Backward might be a little easier.
Now, I remembered from when I was doing off-screen grinding, seeing that platform and then those activation switches.
Yeah, that looks like somewhere you can helicopter to.
Oh. Another side-scrolling section. Oh, okay, that's annoying.
Wow, you really do not get that, like, upward boost from, like, jumping while the elevator is going upwards. This isn't really that kind of game.
Oh, no, 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 no. Damn it. I don't know, there's something about this engine that really messes with me when it comes to doing the side-scrolling stuff.
Do you think it's the analog stick making you go into the foreground or background?
Yeah, hold on, let me just... Okay, hold on, let me use that then. So I just switched to using the D-pad there, so...
Yep. Makes sense.
Oh, I see what I need to do there. Okay.
Although I appreciate that this ledge does have some width to it, so we are likely to fall on it even when we're forced off of those slippery platforms into the foreground, like you still land on the bottom instead of just getting dumped into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
They thought of that.
Meow. Up, down, and all around.
I think you've just got to be really fast for that segment. I think they expect you to, like, hit the first switch, jump to the first platform, immediately, like, jump straight up, hit the second one in midair, and then land on the second platform.
Yeah, it sounds about right to me. Oh, for... That one was on me.
Okay, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Alright, so that was it then. 1 skill point, 1 platinum bolt?
Seems to be the case, yeah.
Alright. I don't know, is it just...
New flag, 14 ships, 1 platinum bolt, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that just leaves the nanofield extension, the health bar extension.
Yeah, that's... I think I'm just not handling the jump on that correctly, and I feel like that's going to be not not recordable.
Yeah, maybe you can pick that up off camera or something, or maybe like non-commentated, like fast-forward montage exploring how to get over there.
Yeah.
It'll make sense in hindsight how to get over there. The game has been pretty good about that kind of thing. It's just that it's not, like, immediately visible how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is how these things have been going. Like, they're off the beaten path.
Alright, next goal. Distribution facility on Smolk.
Smolk.
We're getting caught back up to the present pretty soon here.
Yep.
Potentially a lot of vertical space to hide things in this time around.
Mm-hmm. As long as they don't keep falling off of platforms. Cough, cough. Now, there's probably going to be something
There are
involving...
skill points to be completed in every location except Arano, Smoke, and Eagle.
Except Smolk?
It says
There's no skill points in Smolk?
that's what it says.
Alright then.
Platinum bolts?
Yes. Platinum bolts. Okay. Platinum bolts on Smoke. There's 2. One for going on the Explore Dock ship's path.
That's this way.
Second, alright. After reaching the 3rd levitator pad, instead of traveling forward to the ships, look left and up, and fly all the way up to a high floating platform.
Sounds about right.
Oh, right. Give me a second here.
There you go. Like, the best way to get used to those things is just to keep using them over and over again. Then you'll get a sense of, like, what the distance is. Not necessarily see a lot of combat use, but they certainly make just like this kind of backtracking and running around a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
For those times when you just need to go all the way over there.
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, Speedball, this is your first time seeing this level because you were doing your own off-screen grinding while Laylight and I covered this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an unusual setting. Like, it's both Sky World and Warehouse World.
I suppose all I can say regarding the aesthetics is it definitely looks like a small.
Yeah. Got that right. It was very cloudy out there.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Platinum bolt.
Oh, there it is. Shiny. Alright, once again, one of those things that's easy to miss and encourages you to go look around from a high vantage point and spot it and get over to it.
Okay, so levitator pad.
I think the levitator pad was on the other path. I think this one just needs you to climb to the top of the box maze.
Actually, let me try something here. What does it say again, Speedball, about getting to where you need to go?
Alright, after reaching the third levitator pad, instead of traveling forward to one of the ships, look up and left, and fly all the way up to reach one of the high floating platforms.
Yeah, I think that one's outside. I think the one Barry John's working on is inside.
Oh, inside. Alright. Traverse the warehouse path. After reaching the first conveyor belt with a box on top, use the dynamo to activate it, and move the box as usual, then jump onto the central stack of crates.
Been there, done that.
Instead of going forward, wall jump between the two crates on either side of you, and then head left. The helipack may be required to reach it. And eventually reach the bolt on top of these taller stack of blocks.
Okay, I see what's going on then.
Yeah, there is like a U-shaped, yeah, exactly, an area you could wall jump on. So you might have to backtrack and go through there again.
Wall jump
so that
between
you can get
those
to that
two
point.
sections right there.
Yeah, they do look a little far apart, but that should work. Yeah, that's an easy thing to just pass through without a second thought, but it's true, you can do that here.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Oops. I think I missed... Oh, hold on, let's...
You might be able to just long jump that. There you go.
Ah! God damn it.
Valiant effort.
Yeah. I like to think it's the mistakes I make in these sorts of games that bring entertainment value to my watchers.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you are a victim of your own success. The one time you weren't supposed to wall jump and you did. They're getting quite a nice collection there now.
Yeah. Alright, no real way of going back, so... Oh,
That's disappointing. I thought they were going to give that one to you.
alright, now that Speedball's talked about, go on, there we go.
Platforms.
Yeah, I know what's...
So yeah, that sequence of levitator flights in the latter half of that other path,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately...
That was a good place to hide something.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm kinda...
I think they need you to do a long jump there.
Yeah.
They're not going to let you grapple onto the edge of that.
I mean, at least it's not difficult to, you know, get back to where you're working with this sort of thing. That...
Oh, never mind.
Hey, that looks... Do you... I don't know. Doesn't look the same. Come on. On your camera. There we go. I work in a warehouse. Some of this stuff just bothers me on a professional level.
Well, it's safer here, though, the way this is, with the conveyor belt, because you know that if they had forklifts in there, the prongs would be made of chainsaws.
Or laser beams. Why am I having so much trouble with that?
Well, it's a button sequence thing. Like, you gotta do a whole bunch of buttons in, like, short order to do a dashing, like, long jump. Like a crouching long jump. Oof. Like, I had the distance that time.
I suppose there's also something to be said that the reset timing on these guys is enough that I can get back and as the puzzles automatically reset themselves. As I'm just assuming at this point that Speedball is just sitting there with his palm in his hands, shaking his head, going, "God, John, why are you so bad at this?"
No, I forgot you were.
I mean,
even
I've been
doing
there
anything.
too, so.
Oh, for...
I mean, I'm just kind of rolling my eyes upwards and just thinking in my head, video games.
There!
There you go. That's locked in. It looks so easy when it's done right, and yet, it can be so valuable to see how it's done wrong.
Come on. I suppose this is actually...
Yeah, might as well give the meteor gun something to do.
Actually, I was thinking, this actually kind of is a neat way of doing, like, staged fights here, or, like, multiple waves, by having the boxes collapse, revealing more enemies.
I mean, it combines the two things that everybody loves about video games, crates breaking open and fighting enemies.
Well, at least my tiny 4 friends are helping me out no matter where I go.
Alright, now you're back out in the open, getting some fresh air.
Alright, hold on. I'm just...
So fortunately you've already been in the secret area, so it's just a matter of getting that platinum bolt.
Yeah, I'm just debating, do I take the loot here, or... I should be able to... So that takes me back to the cargo ship. Yeah, does this take me back to the start point?
I think that's the start point, so I think this is good, yeah. You should be able to skip ahead like about like one zigzag this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, while I'm here...
But the way this is phrased, it's probably better to go through the levitator segment forwards rather than trying to scout around backwards from the back entrance.
Yeah, that's how the instructions usually start.
Yeah, with the levitator, it's easier to go to a target that's above you than, like, some hard-to-see segment that's below you. Alright, very good. A little squirrely, but you got that under control nicely.
Yep.
Yeah, this looks like the place.
Alright, so you said the third one, right, Speedball?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Look up and to the left. Flying platform you can reach.
So this is the first one.
Yeah, I think I might actually see it. I think it's that circular thing that's kind of floating a little bit up and to the left of this tower you're about to land on just now.
Yeah, I see it too. Because normally this would point you at going over there, but...
So, obviously it's out of camera view. Yep, perfect. Yeah, that's a good spot to hide something in. Just gotta really dial it in so that you're ready to latch on to that.
Yeah, I didn't quite get it, but yeah. Now you see it.
You gotta, like, just as you run out of fuel, you gotta be ready to grab that ledge.
Yeah.
So it is a precision challenge.
Which isn't the worst thing that could happen.
It's only a slight shame that you can't really pull the camera out for that part. That would probably help you dial it in better, but it is just going to be a matter of, like, depth perception more than anything.
Yeah. That actually reminds me...
And not a lot of landmarks, because you're in the middle of the sky.
That actually reminds me, I watched a nice review video of Gravity Rush, and one of the things that the... Oh, too much. There we go. That the guy the guy reviewing it pointed out was that the original Gravity Rush on the PSP versus the remake version on the PS4, the camera's field of view was increased by like ×9 when it got moved over, which helps with game controls precisely because the player has such wider field of vision. They can, you know, better do the precision controls while they're flying around, and that sort of just reminds me about this sort of thing.
Alright, well those were all pretty reasonable. I mean, again, it's a matter of looking around. Although they certainly made you work for that other one.
Mm-hmm.
But altogether, pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Skill points 14 out of 30.
Alright, what's next? Midtown Insanity.
Hold on. You know what?
Alright, we're in the parallel universe now.
So this is the... You know, it's... What does it say about game developers that, you know, the mirrored levels thing just went away?
Well, it got its niche in, like, kart racing, but I don't think it really ended up being that popular with, like, yeah, run-and-gun fans or adventure games like this one. Like, we never had, like, a Legend of Zelda Master Quest where the map was flipped. We got, like, a brand new map.
Oh, right. I forgot this was the... There we go. That's what I had to do. Didn't one of the Zeldas have a flip map for its world? But maybe I'm just misremembering things.
I mean, I know there's certainly been a few, like, top-down adventure games where there have been individual areas that were based on mirrors, where there were, like, two separate halves of, like, a region that were copies of one another. But that's entirely different.
Yeah. Alright, what am I missing?
I guess the novelty just wore off. Nothing necessarily wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Although this does mean that, like, for example, if your doorknobs are on the right half of a door, to imply that most people in your universe are
Wait,
right-handed.
which way am I going?
In the mirror universe, everyone is left-handed, but your models haven't been
Up
flipped.
and back. Okay, that's where I need to go.
So maybe as, like, cutscene sophistication got, like, more and more detailed, like, that sort of thing became less and less worth it, because then, like, things would start looking weird if you had your cutscenes playing in the mirror universe. Because we want people to pick up objects and hold them with their dominant hand.
Speaking of dominant hand sort of thing, I was watching a review of Doom, like the original id Software games for Doom.
Sure.
Turns out the original Doom Marine was left-handed.
Sure was. Yeah, he holds the gun with his left hand and he reloads with his right.
Okay, I am missing this. Oh, right.
Yeah, so fortunately there aren't any artillery artillery bugs mixed into this pool, so you can just fly over them.
Yeah. And I can do that to, you know, blow up boxes without needing to touch them.
Well, it's a good thing that when we entered the mirror universe, all our money got mirrored too. So that means we can spend the, counterclockwise chirality nuts at the shops, and they'll take them.
Yeah.
It'd be really embarrassing if we gave them like the wrong way round threaded bolts and they wouldn't fit.
Alright, Tundor Waste, Grublin. Now, I have the Platinum Bolt for through exploring the whole of the ice fields, and I do have the skill point for collecting all 101 crystals. But there is a gray space on the map I need to check out.
Oh.
So while I'm heading for that speedball, if you just want to double check to make sure there's no missing skill points for that on this side.
Alright, what planet specifically is this again?
This is
Grelbin.
Grelbin. Grublin, there is one. Mine all moonstones.
Got it.
That's it.
Okay, and just the one Platinum Bolt?
Tundor Waste, Grelbin, 3. There's 3 there.
Okay, hold on a second here. I'm just going to deal with the one that's in... No. Back up. Sorry, I was still technically in the... Because... Not in this room. Get next one.
Those things are unexpectedly durable for such small enemies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, it's a gray blotch?
Right here, above and to...
Yeah, that does look rather invitingly like somewhere else you could go.
No.
And those gears on the
There.
ceiling do look kind of flat.
Gadget.
Oh, there we go.
Hypnomatic. That's what I wanted.
It was there the whole time.
Alright.
There we go. I don't want to hit that.
First platinum bolt, middle of the ice plane. Second, underwater section. Third is in the explore the caves route.
That's this.
After the hypnomatic is obtained.
That's this one.
Alright.
So, underwater section. Where was that one?
Huh. That's actually pretty funny that they managed to adapt that animation to work correctly even though you were standing on a slope like that. Must be like, I guess they have the, like, bone animation just to apply to the upper torso and they can have the legs, like, posed independently.
Not the first time that's happened. Alright, underwater section. Where was that? No, that was a gliding section. That was over here, wasn't it? Oh. Right, no. Right, no, sorry, I'm lost, people. Sorry. Because that's the way...
Was the entrance to that, under... Oh, it's the second elevator. There's just 2 elevators. Okay.
Yeah, trade moonstone... Yeah, it's this one. It's... Enter the factory, not the mines. Okay, yeah. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
At the end of the underwater section, instead of swimming up to the top, dive and swim to the right down a tunnel.
Alright, underwater section. So you were saying?
I was saying, at the end of the section, instead of swimming up to the top, dive and swim to the right and down where there's a tunnel.
Okay. Ah.
Well, that looks like a tunnel to me.
Yeah.
Oh, must have already grabbed that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to check. And here's Angela's old pad that we'll never actually get into. And just some raritanium. Sorry, I'm just not a big fan of mining raritanium here because of how it's set up and everything else.
Yeah, from what I recall, I think I did the crystal mining and the raritanium mining all at the same time so that the Yetis wouldn't bother me. But that did take, like, forever and a half.
Although I suppose, the Yetis aren't really that damaging to this guy, to this thing.
It's disruptive more so
Yeah,
than
they keep
damaging.
knocking you off the ramp and stuff like that, yeah.
Alright. Oh, I'm way the hell off where I need to be. Camera, stop fighting with me here.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wrong way.
Yeah, there you go. That's the other end of the courtyard.
And 0 moonstones remaining. Thank you for telling me that. Oh, right. No wonder I keep getting screwed up. The world is reversed.
Oh, yeah, that would do it too.
Okay.
It's mirror mode.
Yeah, hold on. Because if Speedball is giving me directions about left and right...
Left.
Oh, no wonder!
There we go. This is much better.
God, I thought I was giving you crazy instructions.
Well, they were mirror world instructions.
Yeah.
From the perspective of the mirror world, R1 is the one that's all weird and disorienting.
Mm-hmm. Alright. All Gone City Damosel. Explore the moon. Oh, right, I still gotta do that. So what do we have for skill points and that sort of thing here?
Okay. What's this planet? Planet Damosel. Okay.
Yep.
Damosel, they're go grinding and don't get hurt. And the other one
That's a
is...
skill point.
And the other skill point is save all the tourists in the bank.
Which I got by accident.
And scroll up to Damosel and Platinum. First Platinum Bolt found during the main mission, save the overrun planet, freeze the water, jump at the spout. Second Platinum Bolt is also found on that route, but can only be obtained after returning with the Hypnomatic.
Alright, sounds like that's the route to take.
Hold on, before we do that though, there is the mission to go to the moon.
Well, I don't think the game has told us anything about the moon yet, so we'll just be having a look around, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I suspect it's going to be just basically a combat section for Clank. Damosel orbit. Destroy the mothership.
Alright, we programmed a third giant Clank mission, but we couldn't tie it into the plot, so, we're just gonna put it in there and let you have fun with it. Also, I appreciate how even giant Clank has an even gianter head now. We'll have to save the city by destroying the city.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, you've heard of the broken window theory. Now get ready for the broken skyscraper theory of economics. Whatever else you want to say about sections like these, they definitely nailed the feeling of making, like, an extremely floaty jump when you want one, and get that vantage point from it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Nah. Can I just abort? Yeah. Because if there's no platinum bolt, no challenge to be had here, I'm just gonna not deal with it.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the reward is for that, so it's probably not that important. It might be like, money or, maybe like some other plot coupon we'll figure out later.
Or maybe it'll finally be the full map upgrade.
Oh, that could be it. Reasonable slot to put it.
Alright, so platinum bolt. So the skill point challenge is to ride all this stuff without getting injured. Pass.
Yeah, we can certainly imagine that.
Weapons. Right.
Yeah, so there was one spot along this route where we did have to freeze water to proceed, but it sounds like we had a couple of other opportunities we missed out on the first time around. So, yeah, I would say, like, if you can destroy the big robots with the electro wands, you probably can just run through a lot of these sections. I mean, there were a couple of scripted ambushes where you got sealed in. I don't know if those are still going to seal you in now. There's a return trend, or if you're still going to have to fight things out at that point. Yeah, that door looks like it's still open, so you could skip that part. And yeah, those prototype spawner machines are already destroyed, so they are going a little bit easier on you now. Yeah, like that's not a scripted ambush anymore.
I don't know, that ground came up out of nowhere.
What ground? It was a bottomless pit.
Exactly. Actually, I think I got... I could have sworn that attack, or the quick motion thing there, actually did damage to something, but I guess not.
It looks like it lets you, like, zoom right through crates, but not through enemies.
Out of my way.
Yeah, the only real downside of those charge boots is that you just can't jump while you're dashing. If they let you do that, you would be unstoppable.
Weapons, block shooter.
Interesting. I don't think that was there before.
Okay, I don't, hold on. Come on.
Yeah, so there was a part where you got into the park again, and that's where all the water pools were, so it sounds like there's another one of those we can freeze.
Yeah, I'll get to that pretty quickly, it looks like.
Yeah, on the other side of the bank.
Okay, oh!
So, I have a brilliant solution for how to clean all this up. We'll just simply take all the captured prototypes, we'll feed them through the nutrient grinder, and then we'll have Soylent Gray, Soylent Blue.
Okay.
Oh, that kind of physics. Yeah, of course, it's water. Yup, That's physics.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, that just gets you back to the downtown bank.
So, is that all?
Wow,
of
that
them?
Megacorp Platinum card really gets you places.
Mm-hmm. So the next one you said is after we reacquire the after we've acquired Hypnomatic, come on back along this path.
Require a Hypnomatic, reaching the small plaza with the Megacorp pyramid just outside the bank. Head to the back of the pyramid and control the receiver bot.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh. Well, that's true. We did just kind of pass by that without a second look. That has been the recurring theme of pretty much every single one of these Platinum Bolts is take a second look.
Because here's Megacorp. The back end of the plaza? Okay. Those guys again.
Yeah, might as well clean all this up so they don't bother you while you're doing this. Yeah, the Sheepinator might be good for sustained output, but when you want burst damage, there's the Bouncer.
Actually, I have an idea. Alright, so I don't think it's in the second shop here.
No, I think they literally mean the back of the spinning M. Yeah, see, there's a robot on that ledge right by the M. Maybe you can use a Hypnomatic at this range.
There we go. Okay. What am I doing with this guy?
What you do is run it down the top, off the top to the ground level, and detonate it in the back wall, creating an opening in the back where the Platinum Bolt can be obtained.
Oh, so there's a suspiciously destroyable... Oh, there wasn't even a texture.
Yeah.
Oh. That's weird. I don't even know if I remember getting this one. I guess I must have at some point.
Oh.
That was unmarked.
Yeah. It didn't even have. It didn't have the Legend of Zelda.
I mean, figuring out that you can take over that guy, like spotting him and realizing you can Hypnomatic him, that's one thing. But like,
Yeah, there wasn't
that
any,
did not look obviously destroyable.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal was.
Well, guess they had to keep some of those secrets around for what would that be, like Game Informer Pro magazine?
Yeah.
Oh right, I need to freezer that up.
I think you need to clean house before you can do that. That's going to take a while. Although I think you can run and gun with a Terminator, so maybe. But this place is dangerous enough as is. Like, I think you just have to clean house.
House cleaning in progress. Just House cleaned.
Alright, there we go.
You're right, I can run and gun with that.
And the buddies helped clean up the artillery grenade launchers while you were busy with that. Very nice.
And back to the start point, because I've dealt with the hypnomatic.
So I think that pretty much takes us up to date. I think the next plan is one we haven't been to yet.
Yeah. I think that'll be the next episode, though, when we get back to, finishing off the game and fighting off the Protopet. Or, whatever it is that Fizzwidget happens to be screwing up with today. Aside from, the language.
Indubitably.
It's weakening the fabric of the universe. We're already seeing the effects. Mirroring. Strange mutations. We have to get to the bottom of this.
That's unfactual.
Alright, so I will see everybody next time when we go to the Protopet factory on Yeetle. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.
Thanks. Bye.
And stop.